guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. That's it, hosted by your girl Cheryl. Hope everyone's having a wonderful night so far. So I want to talk about Hunter Biden. I know I spoke about it in my last video, but something is really bothering me in regards to the pardon. The fact that, Hunter Biden is going to be off the hook with all the gun charges and the tax invasions. And I don't feel like that's fair. I'm really disappointed and angry to the fact that you have honest American people, including myself, who file their taxes on time, that if we have any if we owe anything, that we end up paying it, because if we don't, they're going to garnish our check or add crazy ridiculous interest rates, or we get penalized, or our check get garnished, or whatever the case is, or you go to jail if you don't end up paying. And I just don't understand, how is it right for this man who got away with this since 2014, and I wanted to correct myself because I said 2016 in my last video. It's actually 2014. Got away with all these ridiculous, not ridiculous, yeah, ridiculous charges against him, and his father, Joe Biden, pardoned him. Just pardoned him like nothing happened, like slate clean, get to live his life with his wife and his children, and that's it. How is it fair? How is it right? How is it just? Because it's really unjust, in my opinion. It really is. And I think a lot of people should be upset about this, because think about it. We as Americans do the right thing, do what we are told to do, that to pay our taxes, to file our taxes on time. And if we don't, we're going to deal with the consequences. But it's okay for Hunter Biden not pay his taxes for God knows how long and get away with a lot of crimes, and his dad get to pardon him for that. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right. And again, I feel like it's unjust. And a lot of people should be outraged. A lot of people should be outraged and pissed. And I feel like we should do a petition. I feel like we should do a petition and not pay our taxes for a full year. What they're going to do, they're going to arrest everyone and put us in prison or jail. I think that we should do I can't even speak because I'm so annoyed. We should start a petition, in my opinion, for not paying tax, for us not to pay taxes for a year. Because if it's good for the geese, it should be good for the goose. In my opinion, it should. And like I said in my previous video, I knew that Joe Biden was going to pardon his son. I just knew it. And a lot of people said, well, he did a press conference, or he was talking to reporters saying that he wouldn't, because he don't want to get involved. But that was all total bullshit. I knew that he was going to pardon his son, because Joe Biden knew in the back of his mind, once Donald Trump get into office, that he probably wouldn't pardon Hunter Biden. He would have him get charged and convicted and go to prison. And Hunter Biden pleaded guilty for all the charges, so he knew what he was doing was wrong, and he pleaded guilty. So I don't understand that, how he's not declining the pardon. He pleaded guilty. So if you pleaded guilty, you're guilty. You're guilty for those crimes that you committed, and you should serve time. But again, I guess, because he has his father, who's the president of the United States, can help him out and bail him out of this disgusting situation that he's in, which I feel like is totally wrong. And a lot of people are outraged, not because he's pardoning his son, is the fact that he's been saying it over and over again for the last how many years, and then turn around and say, okay, I'm going to pardon my son. You lied to the American people. You lied. You could have just honestly say nothing. That's one. Or two, just be completely honest to the American people and say you're going to pardon your son, instead of like saying over and over again, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. And you told your the White House press secretary, Karina Pierre, that she was telling the reporters and did a live conference saying that Joe Biden is not going to pardon his son, which that was a total lie. She lied to the American people too. You know what I mean? And I bet you Joe Biden is throwing her underneath the bus, because she just looked ridiculous and looked like a liar, which she is a liar. And a lot of Americans don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate it. And I can speak for a lot of Americans as well, and people who are hearing this, they don't appreciate that. They don't appreciate the lies, the hypocrisy, that you can just keep lying and lying to the American people. Just like they lied about he had COVID, which that was not true. That they lie about his mental health, which that he was equipped to run for another 4 years, which that was a lie. just the lies. Stop with the lies and just be honest. That's why you lost to Donald Trump, because you kept lying to the American people, and the people are sick of it. Sick of it. You keep lying and lying and covering your lies. Things are not going to go well for you, obviously, because you lost, and you had Kamala Harris, try to run the president of the United States. She lied, giving word salad, pretending that she's black, pretending she's Hispanic, this not what she is not. It's all the lies, and it's coming out, and that's why she lost, and that's why Donald Trump won. See, you get that? You see how that works? If you tell the truth and you're honest to the American people, then the American people will back you up. American people will back you up. And when you continue to lie and make it seem like we're stupid and we're not wise and we don't know what's going on, and you're thinking that, and it's the what's the word that I'm trying to say? I can't figure it out, but it's going to come back to me. It's just thinking that we're just stupid and like gaslighting us. Yes, that's the word. You can continue to gaslight us, thinking that we don't know and we're not paying attention, but we're all paying attention. That's why we majority of us voted for Trump, and that's why he's going to be in office. But back to this. I'm not pleased. I'm not happy. If Joe Biden would have just told the truth and been honest to the American people and been honest with himself, saying that, you know what, this is my son. He's my only living son. I love him very much, and I'm going to pardon him. I think people will have more respect for him for saying that, because he's being honest, he's being authentic, and that's his only son. But for you to continue lying to the American people, saying that you will not pardon him, you will not pardon your son, you will not get involved, you will let the system run its course, and whatever happens happens, and you fail to do that. You fail to do that, and you just lied to the American people. And like I said, I knew he was going to pardon his son. I knew. So the whole breaking news about Joe Biden pardoning his son, it was not a surprise. It was not a surprise to me. Well, it was surprised that he got caught lying. That's it. He got caught lying, and people are just fed up with it. People are just fed up with it. And I just don't understand how it's fair, because you better bet your your dollar that if it was Donald Trump pardon one of his children, forget it. Hell will freeze over. People would be talking about it for years. People would say, "Oh, Donald Trump used his power, to get his children off the hook. It's not right, blah blah blah." But it's okay for Joe Biden to do that. You see the double standard. You see the hypocrisy. How's that fair? So Donald Trump can't do it, but it's okay for Sleepy Joe, pardon me, to do it. It's not right. It's not fair. So how is it fair for one person and not fair to the other? That Joe Biden can use his power as president of the United States and use anything that influence that he has to help his son. But if it was Donald Trump, oh, he's a dictatorship. He's using his power. He's doing this. I knew it. I told you guys. Now you have to deal with him because you voted for him, blah, blah, blah. But Joe Biden did exactly the same thing. So how is that fair for Joe Biden? And a lot of people say, oh, it's okay for Joe Biden to do it because that's his only son. And, he's not going to be around for a very long time. Like, woo-hoo, who cares? Okay. His son is a drug addict. He's an addict. He done some illegal things, and no one should be like give him a hall pass because he used to be a drug addict. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? If you do something illegal, you have to pay the consequences and take ownership and what's the word, and deal with it. You get what I'm saying? I know a lot of people say, well, if it was my son, I would not turn him in. If something happened, if my son did something illegal, and that's I'm not going to judge. I know for me, and I said it in my last video, and I'm very clear, and I stand by it. If my son did something illegal, I'm turning him in, not because I don't love him, because he needs to take accountability for his actions and his behavior. Two wrongs don't make a right. And also, it's not fair for me to like give my son a hall pass because he did something illegal. No, you have to take accountability for your actions. You did something wrong, you have to pay the price for doing it wrong, because no one didn't put a gun in your head, no one didn't enforce you. And a lot of parents will not do that. A lot of parents will cover their child and protect them. And again, in my opinion, that's wrong. That's not helping your child. That's enabling your child, thinking that he or she can do whatever they want and get away with it, and mommy and daddy would clean it up and fix it or cover it up and not say anything. And to me, that's wrong. You're not helping your child. You're doing your child an unjust, a disservice, if I'm saying it right, disservice, because it's not right for your son to get away with doing something and you just got to cover up. Not me. I would turn my son in. And a lot of people say, well, you can't say that. How do you know if you shouldn't say that unless you're in that situation? I know myself. I know myself. If I have a son and he did something illegal, I'm turning him in. Point blank, period. That's it. I'm telling you guys, look straight in my eye. I am not lying. I will turn my son in and I won't bat an eye because I didn't raise my son that way. I will still love my son and still support my son. I won't turn my back on him. However, I'm not going to tolerate the disrespect and tolerate that you can just do whatever you want and you think you get free reign. No, that's not how it works. That's why there's laws. That's why there's systems in place. If that's the case, then everyone would be breaking the law and doing whatever they want. But I guess with certain people higher up, they can get away with it because when you have money, power, and influence, things go away just like that. Just like with Hunter Biden, things are going away with him because his daddy is the president of the United States and his daddy is making everything go away for him. So I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me with that, but that's just my thoughts about that, that I will turn my son in, point blank, period. And I won't even bat an eye. I won't feel bad. I wouldn't, because no one didn't tell him to commit a crime. No one didn't tell him to commit a murder or rob or whatever. No one didn't tell him to do that. No one didn't tell Hunter Biden to do all these crazy things, but he did it. He did it for greed, money, whatever the case is, or he was just off his rockers and or high. I don't know what the case is. All I'm saying is that it's just not right. It's just not right that when you have hardworking American people who do the right thing as far as filing their taxes on time, paying their taxes on time because they don't want to deal with the consequences, but then you have this guy who's just getting away with it without not paying taxes, and that's it. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. And like I said, that's why the Democrats, they lost. That's why they lost. That's why Kamala Harris is not president, because all the lies, all the hypocrisy, all the gaslighting, all this fakeness, this word salad. You lied to the American people and we're all catching up. We're not believing your bullshit lies anymore. And that's why you still lost to Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump is for the American people. He tells the truth. He's honest. And a lot of people may not agree with me on that, but he won. And you don't have to take my word for it. You can just look at the Reds. It was all Reds, all Reds. The people have spoken, like I said. So the Democrats need to get themselves checked out, okay? Because they keep losing, they keep lying, they keep gaslighting the American people, and we're tired of it. We're sick of it. We're sick of the lies. We're not falling for your BS anymore, and that's it. That's it. That's it. And listen, I hope Hunter Biden thinks his father. Really, I really hope that he thinks his father. This is a second chance for him, second, third. I don't know how many times he got off the hook of crimes that he done in the past, but this is a new life, a second chance for Hunter Biden, because once Joe Biden is out of the office and if he does anything illegal again, that's it for him. That's it for Hunter Biden. So I would think long and hard, Hunter Biden, that you don't do anything illegal and then just go somewhere and just spend time with your wife and your children and just live a simple life, because you're lucky. You're lucky that you have a father that still has some type of power still that to bail you out. And even though you pleaded guilty through all these charges, the tax evasion again, um, the gun charges, he could have faced 10 years in prison if Joe Biden didn't pardon him. 10 years, but that's not going to happen anymore. It's not going to happen. So it's free reign. Again, I'm still bummed, but I will get over it. I will get over it. I do the right thing. I pay my taxes, but I think I should do a petition. I think we all should sign up and do a petition not paying our taxes. But I don't want to tell anyone what you should and shouldn't do because I don't want that to catch up on me. But we should all, think about it and do a petition not paying our taxes for a year. Why not? Hunter Biden haven't paid his taxes for a decade, and he's clear. He's clear from all the charges. So we should do it too. I don't know. I'm gonna sleep on it and think about that. And that's all I have to say about that topic. I'm over it. I know a lot of people are gonna be over it, and there's nothing else we can say or do. We can still talk about it, obviously, but the decision's already made. Hunter Biden is off the hook for all the charges, and I guess, free reign for him. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that you taking your time to listen to what I have to say and vent, because I was very disappointed and upset about this. Upset. It's not right. It's not right. Us Americans, we got to stick together. We have to stick together. It's like, it's just not right that this man just get away with everything. Scot-free. No accountability. Nothing. That's all I have to say about that. That's it. I'm just over it. I'm just over it. But again, thank you so much for taking the time to listen what I have to say and hear me vent. I really appreciate it. I love you all, and I will see you next time on the next episode. Take care. Bye.
Any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No.
Well, is there?
I just said no. I just answered.
The president would not pardon or commute sentences for his son, Hunter. I just want to make sure that that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying he would not.
It's still a no. It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no, and I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
His son, Hunter, is also up for being sentenced next month. Does the president have any intention of pardoning him?
We've been asked that question multiple times. Our answer stands, which is no.
President Biden says that he's not going to pardon his son, Hunter. Is he going to ask Donald Trump to do that?
I don't have anything else to share about that. I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole on this. I've been very clear. The president's been very clear when we've been asked this question.